I slept for 8 hours and I'm still awake. I mean, wait, what? No, that's not what I wanted to say. I'm still tired.
Cassidy Quinn. Hey guys, it's me, Cassidy Quinn. This year in 2020, I've decided to add one new habit into my routine each month to make me a happier, healthier, better, more productive human, hypothetically. Last month, I tried meditating every day for a month and loved it. It honestly changed my brain. You should go watch that video if you're curious. And this month, okay, you know how around this time of year, you just feel like staying inside, cuddling up on the couch, and sleeping a lot? Yep, that's what we're gonna do this month, because normally I am not a person that gets 8 hours of sleep. And I've always thought it's just impossible for me. Like, oh, I'm too busy. I can't possibly eat, sleep, work out, go to work, make videos, edit videos until 2 o'clock in the morning, and sleep 8 hours. So I honestly never really thought this was something I would aspire to. A person that gets 8 hours of sleep, that's just not gonna be me. But I made a little poll on Twitter and asked you guys what this month's challenge should be, and you guys picked sleep. And honestly, initially I was very upset with you guys because I did not want to do this. However, I also know I should listen to you in this case. Like, okay, Michaela here, you said this would change my life. You got 31 days to prove it. And honestly, I was really hoping that it would work and it would change my life, because lately I have been just tired. I feel like my brain is not functioning at the capacity it should be. Most mornings when I wake up, I've had a headache, just always. And I mean, I've tried to get 8 hours of sleep in small spurts before, like I'll do it for 5 days in a row or a full week, and then at the end of that week I'll go, man, I'm still tired, this didn't work, so it clearly is not worth it. But now I'm just gonna try it for an entire month, see if I can do it, see how I feel, see if it'll get my headaches to go away, see if I will feel like an awake, functioning human. We'll just see. And then also we won't see, because at least a third of my day I will be laying down with my eyes closed, not seeing anything. Also, speaking of eyeballs, will the bags under my eyes go away? That's a serious question. So we'll get started with the month, which unfortunately happened again, just like last month with the meditation challenge. The first 2 days, I just didn't do it. I didn't get 8 hours of sleep. I don't know why. I don't have an excuse. We were getting back from our New Year's Christmas vacation, but on day 3, I finally got going.
Don't sleep on this one.
Okay, it's Saturday morning, and I actually don't know how many hours of sleep I got last night. It was definitely more than 8. I think the first about 4 were right there on this couch. So I think I probably got like 10 hours of sleep. Still feel like I want to go back to sleep. Let's see if that changes by the end of this month.
Can't seem to sleep with.
Dang it. I told myself I was going to be in bed by midnight. And I didn't do that. I stayed up watching YouTube videos. Now it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I guess that means I sleep until 9:30. Because by the time I go like brush my teeth and get in bed, it'll be 1:30. Okay, 9:30, I will get up. Okay, so I slept 8 hours. My alarm went off at 9:30, and I even slept another 20 minutes after that because I just felt like I needed it. And I'm still so tired. I still have no motivation. Still just would love to sleep for 8 more hours. Next month, can you guys vote that I try sleeping 16 hours a night, and I can just tell my boss that I'm gonna go to work for like 1 hour a day so I can sleep the rest of the 24 hours. Why am I still tired? When does it stop? This is why we are doing these challenges for an entire month and not just a week, because we don't see the results after a week.
Don't sleep on this one.
Okay, I stayed up too late again. I stayed up watching really stupid shows. Oh my god, I started watching some really dumb show on Netflix. Whatever. I was up till 1:30, and then I set my alarm for 9:30. And then here it is at 10:20. Apparently my body decided it needed a whole nother hour of sleep. So we got 9 hours of sleep. So at least I successfully got the right amount of sleep. Even extra sleep. But I'm still tired. When will this end? Like, you see these bags under my eyes? I might regret this close-up shot but I just want to show you it's real. Will I wake up one morning and these bags will be gone? Or is this just like how you wake up every morning even if you get enough sleep forever? I don't know! Okay, so I've been doing a really good job at getting enough sleep, but then the problem is I've been sleeping in more, which then cuts into my making my lunch time in the morning before I go to work. So I'm walking to get my lunch right now. I'm gonna spend $14 on a really delicious sandwich, but it's $14! Is my sleep worth $14? Yes, I think it is. I think it is. It is. Just keep telling yourself that. Okay, so I've been doing really good at this whole like getting 8 hours of sleep a night thing until this person.
Until a foot of fresh.
Can you explain to the people
overnight.
why you made me only get 5 hours of sleep this time? I broke my streak.
People, I shouldn't need any explanation. 47 inches forecast in 72 hours. We'll be doing very little sleeping and very much skiing.
I guess it's worth it. You gotta decide: skiing and no sleep, or sleeping
and no
skiing. So I guess I'll do it. I'm gonna go back to sleep now for a few hours. Just wake me up at lunchtime and I'll come ski with you.
That's fine. I'll leave you at the house. No friends on a powder day. No girlfriends either. No, I'm happy to have you along for the ride if you fix your attitude.
We'll do it. We'll go skiing. You can't even see anything. That's how early it is.
And then, yeah, that was not worth it at all. I don't even have any video clips of us skiing because it was so cold and so windy that by lunchtime, they shut down all of the chairlifts and closed the mountain. Yep, it sucked. But if you want the full story of that sucky ski day, you'll have to subscribe to my channel. I'll put that in a future video. We're getting back to sleeping now, okay?
Can't seem to sleep.
I can't figure out the balance between getting videos up and getting 8 hours of sleep because I really wanted to get my New Year's Day skiing video uploaded to YouTube, and I did, but now it's 3:21 in the morning and I'm gonna go get ready for bed. So I cannot possibly sleep 8 hours and get to work in the morning, so not today. Clearly my body needed more sleep. I meant to wake up at 9 o'clock this morning because I actually did go to sleep before midnight on the couch, but who's counting? I was gonna wake up at 9 and like get some things done around the house before I went to work, but instead somehow I slept until 10:30. Clearly needed to catch up on sleep. Thank you, body, for knowing that.
Don't sleep on this one.
Okay, I almost did it last night. Like I was really close. 7 hours though, because Tucker and I stayed up we finally started watching the morning show on Apple TV Plus, whatever it's called. There's too many streaming shows these days, which is probably why not enough of us get 8 hours of sleep a night. But after one episode, I stopped us. I cut us off, which is not something I would have really done in the past. Definitely would have watched at least one more episode because they always leave you on a cliffhanger. But I made us stop it because I wanted to get up early this morning so I could get a bunch of things done before work, including shooting an intro and a tag to the meditation video that you guys hopefully already saw by now. So 7 hours I thought was a good compromise. And look, I actually made the bed. And is it just because I'm shooting that meditation video in my bed? Yes, maybe, but is going to bed earlier at night, even if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, making me get up earlier in the morning and be productive? Yes, also that.
So, okay, bear with me here because this might not make sense to you. It still doesn't really fully make sense to my brain. But once I started getting more sleep, like spending more hours of my day sleeping, yet somehow I had more time to be productive in my mornings. Like I would get up, wash the dishes, clean the house, whatever I needed to do. And then even weirder, spending less hours in my day awake somehow made me feel like there were more hours in my day. I swear, it started to feel like I had more room in my day. Like, not even that I would get more things done necessarily, just that the things I needed to get done, I was present for them and felt like I could get them done. Didn't have that in the back of my head, stressed out feeling that it wouldn't get done. I think. Does that make any sense? Because it still doesn't even make sense to me. But then, of course, that meant on the rare day, which happened a few times this month, that I did not get 8 hours of sleep, the opposite feeling occurred.
So last night, I wasn't supposed to stay up late, and then Tucker had a friend come over at 10 o'clock. Next thing I know, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. We finally went to bed because I'm really bad at like getting out of conversations or just saying bye to people. So since they were still hanging out until 1 o'clock in the morning, I felt like I wanted to / should keep hanging out until 1 o'clock in the morning. By the time I was in bed asleep, it was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 9, which was 7 hours of sleep. I thought that would be okay. But today I am so tired. And maybe this is just the way I was functioning all the time before I started getting 8 hours of sleep, because I felt like I was less tired as the day went on the other days when I got 8 hours of sleep. And then today, now that I got 1 hour less, my body's like, what? Why? No, stop. Also, I just drank a cup of coffee at 5 o'clock at night, which I haven't been doing. This whole month, getting 8 hours of sleep, I have just avoided drinking more coffee later in the day because I don't want it to mess up my sleep, going to sleep earlier than I used to / normally would. So now I drank coffee at 5 o'clock. Anyway, I'm just extra tired today because of 7 hours. But is this just what life was like before?
So here's my thought on this. My body used to function with less hours of sleep, or at least I thought my body was functioning. Now I'm realizing maybe I wasn't fully functioning, but my body kind of figured out how to adapt to that and go, well, we're only getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night, so we'll figure out a way to survive. Whereas this month, when I started actually getting the correct amount of sleep every night, my body realized, oh wait, this is the level we can operate on. So now anything below that feels like death. But like maybe I was just feeling like death every day before, but I didn't realize I was feeling like death. See, now my brain's functioning too well. I'm thinking too hard. But clearly overall, this is a good thing to be able to be functioning maybe at a little higher level of my personal human body.
Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. It's Friday, and I just had a really good coffee. It was from Kova down the street, if you must know.
But in those moments, on those less than 8 hour days, it felt very miserable. I remember one day, my boyfriend Tucker asked me something or said something to me. I don't even remember exactly what he said, but just something normal, random question or something. And I snapped at him. It just stressed me out for whatever reason. Whatever he said to me, I yelled, and then I had to go to the store, so I drive away. And as soon as I got in my car, I started crying because I felt so bad, and I called him and I was like, I'm so sorry, I just didn't get enough sleep, I think, and so I'm going crazy and Is that what I was just like all the time before this month? So my emotions and my just overall crankiness level were heightened when I didn't get enough sleep. The only real negative that I noticed getting 8 hours of sleep a night was that in other parts of my life, I started to feel way less productive.
Okay, so we're in the final few days of the month, and I hate to say this out loud, but I'm honestly getting kind of sick of not getting the things done that I want to get done. Like getting my video of last month's challenge, my attempt to meditate every single day for the month, and we're getting to the end of the next month's challenge, and that video isn't even up. So I just finished editing that, but it is now 2:30 in the morning, and I have to get up at 9. It's not that bad overall. It's still 6.5 hours of sleep, but it's not 8. It's not what this challenge is supposed to be. But I just really want to get that video up, and I kept delaying because I'd be like, oh, I need to get to sleep, and then I wouldn't get things done. And I just wanted to have that video done. So 6.5 hours. I swear, every weekend, there just has to be one day where I don't get enough sleep, and then the rest of the week, I mostly catch up, and that's great.
I'm still having a hard time coming to terms with this because now in the following month, I'm still trying to get 8 hours of sleep a night as much as I can, and I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that all humans, all beings on this earth that we live on, have the same 24 hours in our day. I have the same number of hours as you, and so does Beyonce. And you can use those 24 hours for whatever you want. But using 8 of them to sleep is what our bodies are supposed to do, and then you have 16 other hours to do the rest of the stuff. So if you have a job that takes up 8 hours of your day, like I do, that is that 8 hours, it's gone. And then you have the other 8 hours to do the rest. You gotta eat, you gotta keep your house at least somewhat clean, and if you have some side hobbies like YouTube or whatever you wanna do, it's okay if it just doesn't get done that day you wanna do it. It can be moved to the next day, it can be moved to the day after that, and it'll work out in the end. We can only do as much as is humanly possible that will allow our bodies to keep fully functioning. We gotta fulfill our needs, okay? And sleep is one of them. YouTube videos, it is one of my needs, but I hope you guys will also survive when the video doesn't get up for an extra few days. It happened this week. It definitely happened this week, but I got enough sleep, and I'm posting this video later than I wanted to.
Don't sleep on this one.
I'm getting really sick of not making my lunch. And I really want to make my lunch. Oh my god, I'm a 30-year-old. Really, I'm getting sick of spending money on lunch. And so I want to bring my lunch. Maybe that's next month's challenge. I don't know. So we won't make lunch today. It's okay. It's okay. We can't do everything. We can't do everything. We can't do everything. You can't do everything. We need to eat. We need to sleep. As long as we do both those things, I'm good. Right? It is Monday night. I went straight home after work. I already had dinner from work, which was wonderful. So I didn't have to make dinner when I got home. Whoa, I'm so tired. I've been sitting on the couch, working on some things on my computer, while also watching Netflix for a little while. Could I have gone to sleep like 2 hours ago? Absolutely. But it's 12:30, which really isn't that late, and I'm gonna go to sleep right now. I'm gonna put away a little more laundry, and then I'm gonna go to sleep right now. But like really in a minute, really in 1 minute, I'm gonna get in bed after I brush my teeth. And brushing my teeth took 20 minutes because I started watching a YouTube video. That's what I need to stop doing. That's what I need to stop doing. Okay, actually getting in bed now.
Can't seem to sleep with
Okay, I'm awake. I slept for 8 hours. And I'm still awake. I mean, wait, what? No, that's not what I wanted to say. I'm still tired. Are there people in this world that get enough sleep that when they wake up in the morning, when their alarm goes off, they're just ready to go? Or does that mean you're a morning person and I will never get to that point because I'm not a morning person? Is that how it works? Or eventually if I get enough sleep, will that happen to me? Does that make any sense? Also, will these bags under my eyes ever go away? Because they're there. Maybe they've gotten a little better this month. I don't know. You be the judge.
Don't sleep on this one.
So yeah, I made it through the month. I got 8 hours of sleep a night for an entire month. Give or take a few days. But I would say I got 8 hours of sleep, a solid 26 out of the 31 days in January. And honestly, the way I did it was just going the to sleep. Just making myself, setting a time limit, like, oh, I'm only gonna watch 1 episode of this, or 2 10-minute YouTube videos, and then I'm going to bed. Or I'm only gonna edit until midnight, and then I'm shutting my computer, getting in bed. And if I'm not tired at that point, when I get in bed, I put on a sleep meditation, and it actually worked. But you guys gave me some good tips on how you help yourself get 8 hours of sleep. Honestly, these ideas are great, I'm sure, but I didn't really get to try them out because I just couldn't get myself to add one more thing to my routine. The 8 hours of sleep was enough, right? I mean, you saw it there, even brushing my teeth took me 20 minutes. But here are your suggestions. John Barney puts on a loop of light Scottish or Celtic music and it puts him to sleep. Derek wears an Apple Watch, which apparently can wake you up when you need to wake up based on your sleep cycles. Abby drinks some sleepy time tea. I actually did buy some sleepy time tea, Abby. I was gonna try to do what you said, but I forgot to drink it. Like I would remember at the time I was already supposed to be getting in bed, so then that didn't give me any time to drink the tea, and I was already sleepy. I'll try it now. Anthony says get off your phone before going to bed. Magnesium oil spray on the right side of your neck also. Oh. Michaela says you just have to plan it out shoot for lights out and TV off 8.5 hours before you have to get up, and then in a half an hour, by then you'll be asleep. Upright Primate brings sleep relief with a strain of cannabis he smokes, if you're into that. Mike turns off all electronics 30 minutes before bed and then does chores for that 30 minutes, then gets in bed. That's really genius. So there is how you might be able to do this with me moving forward. And here are some reasons you might want to. These are the positive things I experienced throughout this month. Like I mentioned earlier, the whole feeling like I had more hours in my day when really I had less hours that I was actually awake and doing things. I think I just felt more present, so that's awesome. I did get less headaches. I still woke up with a headache on some mornings, but it seemed to go away quicker, which was great news. My brain started to feel a little less foggy. Like, I host a TV show for my full-time job, and a lot of it is remembering interview questions or names or random facts about people and things, and I felt like I could remember more, and that is something that I need in my life. As I started talking about earlier, I really realized that my mood is, unfortunately, tied to my sleep. See, I'm really not happy about it because I don't want to admit that getting more sleep is good for me. If you're new here, you might not know that I have anxiety and depression, and I didn't actually have any fully bad, sad, and anxious days this month, which is cool. I still had some anxious and sad days, but it wasn't like last month where there were a couple mornings that I woke up and just felt like the world was ending. This month, that didn't happen. However, I still never got to the point where I would wake up and just feel awake and ready for the day. That never happened. So I guess I am just not a morning person, but I can be a person that gets 8 hours of sleep, and that's what matters. I started drinking less coffee throughout my day. I started to see if I only drink 1 cup in the morning, will I survive? And yes, I usually survived and didn't end up going for that 6 p.m. cup of coffee that I used to sometimes before my TV show at 7 o'clock. Also, I started eating less late night snacks, which I guess was just because I was going to bed earlier, so 2 a.m. didn't roll around and I'm like, ooh, those chips look great, I should make nachos. So there you go, that is what happened when I got 8 hours of sleep a night for most nights of a month. It has now been a month since the end of that month because I was doing this in January, and I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping up with it. So therefore, I am saying here to you on the record that getting 8 hours of sleep a night is possible and it is worth it. I was listening to one of Oprah's Super Soul Conversations podcasts a while ago, and she asked the question a lot, what is the lesson that took you the longest to learn? And I think I now know my answer. It is that getting more sleep is the right thing for me. I just didn't want to learn this lesson, okay? I didn't. But the sleep didn't still get rid of the bags under my eyes, unfortunately, but I guess that's just life. Also, I still am not at the point where I wake up every day and every moment throughout my day, I'm awake, I'm ready to go, and I don't hit that middle of the day super tired feeling, but I do feel better after a month, so I'm hoping after 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, a year of doing this, maybe that will go away. So if you want to help me pick what next month's challenge should be, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to see how last month's meditating challenge went, click the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll sleep you next time. I'll just be here for the next 8 hours. Bye! What, did you actually think I sleep on top of the covers? I'm not a monster! Just a previously sleep-deprived human.